Hello builders. So if your website looks basic and unfinished, in this video I'll show you how to turn it into a very clean and professional design that will actually build trust. We are using Elementor and we are building with WordPress in this video. So this is our WordPress dashboard. I hope by now we all know how to launch our WordPress. You can use local. I have a video on that, and you can use testwp as well. So go to testwp.com. If you want to use testwp, go to testwp.com and sign up. Set it up. You don't need to sign up, that's what it says. So just click on set it up and you log in and you have your WordPress websites loaded. Also, if you're new here and you want simple practical website tutorials like this, hit the subscribe button. I know WordPress can look overwhelming at times, but stay with me. I'm going to drill all my experiences into you and you're going to become a better website builder. So if you are logged in, let's go ahead and get started. We are going to edit our site title. Okay, so this is where you edit your site title. You go to settings on your dashboard. Okay, go to settings, go to site title and put the name of your website here. Okay, when you put your name of your website here and you input your tagline here, so tagline is also going to pop up when people search for your domain in Google, on Google. And here you post your icon. So let's say you have an icon, you paste it here, you upload your media and you click on save. If you want to make changes in your time format, date format, you can do that, but you can leave it at default also. And here we can go to post names in permalinks. Okay, this is how you want your website to be referenced. Post name, this is post name. So as you can see, it's going to be stereo, or let's say we change it, so it's going to be medme/pages and your pages will follow. Do you understand? There's no need to use other post names because obviously post names with date, it doesn't really make any sense. So it's going to be your domain and your pages. If home is going to continue with home, about is going to continue with about. That's what post name stands for. So let's click on save changes, and the next thing we're going to do is to add a theme. Okay, so navigate on your panel, the left side, and go to themes, which is in appearance panel. Okay, click on appearance panel and themes, right? So theme, let's see what our website looks like right now. So when you click or hover here, you can visit your site. Okay, this is what our website looks now. Okay, this is a default theme already installed, but we are going to install our own theme and we are going to add theme. And today, last time we used Solace, today we are going to use, last time we used Astra. This is Astra theme, and this time around we are going to use Solace. So click on the search icon, search for Solace theme, and this is Solace theme, powerful theme. Click on install. When it's done installing, then you activate your theme. And let's see what we have now after activating our theme. So you see our theme has changed our website, and we have our header here, we have our little content here, and we have our footer here. Let's go ahead and get started. We are going to install a starter template. Okay, we're going to install a starter template. So click on install starter template. And if you don't use this method, you can also go to plugins. Okay, go to plugins and add plugin. Okay, click on add plugin here and search for starter templates. Yes, starter templates. Okay, so you can either install starter templates here or just click on this panel to install starter templates. So it's going to install starter templates for us. Installation successful. Yes, let's navigate. These starter templates are basically from Solus. Okay, these are Solus starter templates, and the other one I showed earlier is a plugin that also has different starter templates. It all works. Okay, it all works. Let's say you are using a different theme and you want starter templates, you can use the plugin method and get starter templates. So let's find a business or a health website. Let's find a health website. So we're going to click on the categories and click on health. So you can see all the options here looks pro. Most of them are pro, right? Although you can search for free, but they are not giving me any free. So this is where starter templates comes in. Okay, so let's forget about this, people. Let's go back to starter templates and let's find a free template. So let's go and go back to our plugins, add plugin, and let's search again for starter templates. Okay, although you may find free themes on Solus, right? Yeah, you may find free themes, but they may not fit your purpose. So let's click on activate after installing starter templates. And trust me, you're going to get a lot of nice free templates you can use. So let's continue with the setup. We are going to start with what? Classic templates, not build with AI, but you can experiment building with AI. But let's build with templates. We are going to use the Elementor, not the block builder. Okay, so it's going to synchronize our library, and you can see we have free templates. You can see the premium tags here, and without the premium tag, that means it's free, absolutely free. Let's search for healthcare. Yeah, health. Okay, so we have healthcare websites or templates here. I don't even know what to pick. Right. Okay, let's go ahead and start with this one. So this is where you customize your template. Okay, this is where you customize your template. You can choose colors. Okay, you can go professional. You can choose this. I like this colors. Okay, and you can change your font style. Your font parents. This is Work Sans and Inter. You can go with Inter and Poppins. For designers that are used to Poppins and Inter, you can also get what? Crimson text. Okay, so just go through it, find what works best for you, and select what you want to work with. So I think I'm going to go with Garamond and IBM Plex Sans. And here as well, you can update your site logo, which is this logo here. You can update it. So I'm going to click on continue. This is not really necessary for now. It's going to just add, let's say, additional plugins that you don't really need. Okay, so let's click on continue. Skip everything and let's build our website. Okay, just build it for me. I'm going to uncheck everything like this. Okay, skip and start building. So it's building our website. Yeah, so our website is completed. Congratulations. Let's view our website. Anyway, if this video is helpful to you, make sure you click the like button so that I can know you like it and I'll make more of these tutorials. So this is our website. Initially I showed you what it looked like when we started, and after installing the starter templates. This is how it looks like right now, and we are going to customize it now with our own details. Okay, so you can click on finish setup here. You can as well click on this section to go back to your WordPress dashboard. Okay, that is where the cooking goes on. Okay, and this section you can as well close it for now. You don't need this for now. Yeah, so we're in our dashboard, and to begin building, it's very important we install another plugin which is for Elementor. Don't forget, when we're installing our template, we chose Elementor, not Block Builder. So we have to install Elementor. So you have to click on Add Plugin and search for Elementor. We are going to use the free version, but as time goes on, I would recommend you subscribe to the Pro. So we are going to find Elementor, install and activate. As you can see, mine is already activated. So let's navigate to our website. So this was our old appearance and this is our new website. So on the website dashboard, we are going to click on edit with Elementor here. As you can see this side, click on edit with Elementor and it's going to load up the Elementor page builder. Elementor has added a new feature which is called the atomic elements. Make sure you subscribe. We are going to drill this feature too. I can activate it now. It's more of a developer tool, but for a beginner you don't need this to build a website. You can close it or you can try it out, but obviously I'm going to do a video on it. So let's use our version 3. This is version 3 and the atomic is a version 4 and it's still in the beta, so it's not really polished yet, but you can still use it to build websites and it's pretty dope. This is our section here and we have our structure here. This structure, we have our container and our main container here. So this main container is what shelves the hero section. Okay, this is what shelves the hero section. Hero section is basically what visitors see, the first thing they see when they visit your website. And you can just click on the element and edit as you want. So let's go ahead and edit some text here. Good. So we just edited some text here. In your styles panel, you can change the styles. Okay, you can either change the text. Okay, you can change the fonts and everything that you want. You can also reverse it as well when you click on that. And also the history, when you click on the history, you can reverse it. Okay, you can reverse it to any section or any part of your website. So when you click on publish, it's going to save. So let's go ahead and customize our page a little bit. You can click on this section here, the hamburger menu for Elementor. You go to site settings. When you go to site settings, you can customize your global colors. So let's say you don't like the typography that you're using, you can change your global colors. Okay, you can paste in the color codes. So we are going to change our global colors. This is just for educational purposes. When you're building your own website or professional websites, you have to make sure you have a color palette and make sure you always have black and white in your color palette. Not too fancy. You just need a primary color and an accent color and blend them and add black and white basically. So this is where you can change your light colors. You can click on save to save everything and you can discard changes as well. And this is where you can also change your typography Okay, so let's say you want a different typography, you can change your typography. Okay, you can basically add any type of typography you want from this section, and this is basically global, so any changes that you make here affect the whole website. You don't need to. And here you can also adjust your typography. So this panel, so you can also work on your typography. So this is H1. Okay, and let's say you wanna change the default font size for your H1. Okay, all you have to do is to click on this edit section, okay, icon, and you can change it to 70 pixels, 79 pixels, anyhow you want, and it's going to affect any other H1 on your website. You can reset it back to default as well. So basically how you want it, and let's say we want 72. Okay, 72, that's how we are going to leave it. And you can set your font weight to bold. So as you can see, the default is already bold. You can set your line height and everything, and you click on save changes. As well, you can also edit your H2. So let's edit our H2, let's make it 6. Okay, and let's click on save changes. So this is where you can edit your typography. Let's go back, and the button as well, I want something that pops. So let's say we are going to change the color of our button. Yeah, you see, this is where you can change, and it will change across the entire website. You can also add hover animations. So when you click on the hover section, add your hover animations. So let's say we want it to change to this color when hovering. Yeah, and you save your changes. When you preview it, you're going to see the hover animations. So when you're done, save your changes and go back. And one more thing, let's say you want to use a dark mode for a website. In your background section, you can basically change your background. Okay, let's say I want to change the background from our website, you see. So if you want a dark mode, light mode, whatever mode you want, you can just come to the site settings here and make your changes, but we don't want that. So let's go and clear it and reset to default and save changes. Okay, let's go back. So this is very important to take note. Your site settings, very important. Now let's go back to our page builder. If this is helping you, drop a like and also hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification, the YouTube stuff. Global styles really differentiate between beginners and pros. If you want this to become our H2, we can just change it to H2 and automatically it applies the styles. You don't need to come to styles and come and tweak the typography and everything, because we've already done that in the global styles. So that is how to maximize your work and also make you work like a professional. Okay, if somebody sees your website, let's click on preview changes, and when they see your website, the spacing, the hierarchy, the trust elements all shows that you are a professional. Okay, so you know how we do this with images and videos. You can just click on the image section, click on the icon, the element itself, or you can click on the layer panel or the structure, choose image here. I'm sure we have libraries available that we can select images from. Okay, so just go ahead and select the images you want. You can also upload an image. Okay, draw files, you can just upload images directly, and you can also select images. So let's select this image, upload this image, and it's going to replace it. Okay, we can also apply styles. Okay, we can work around the image. Let me drag this here. You can apply in your style tab, you can apply box shadow. So you can see it will give it a subtle, always go subtle, less than 50% with your shadows. Okay, subtle in a pro way. And also you can apply your border type. Let's give it border width of 1, border radius of 25, so we get the beautiful rounded corners. Okay, this is how to apply rounded corners. And let's say we want it to move a little bit closer, right? You can either work on the width. Okay, but as you can see, the width is literally distorting the rest of the design. So you can Control Z to undo and check if you can work with your padding. So you can see the padding is like 100, so you can reduce it to 20, and you can see it's a bit closer now. So this is how you really have to do it when you're customizing. So with the padding, when you click on this, it links all the values. So when I put 20 here, 20 is going to apply to all my container. Okay, it's going to apply to the full container. And when I give it 0, it's going to remove all the padding. So when I unlink this value and let me apply 100 as it was default, then you can see it has pushed everything to the left. Okay, it has shifted to the right and given the space to the left. So I don't really want this. Let me try the 20 because I want the image to be big. Okay, we can always change the image as well. Okay, this is just an icon. So let's say we want to paste a video here, because this looks like a play icon, right, which is pretty useless because it doesn't work. So if you want to paste a video here, we can just delete this. Okay, and it's a video, it's an image element, so let's remove the image element fully. Okay, let's click on the image and delete it. Okay, we are going to delete, and let's click on the whole container. You can see the whole container here, and let's go to background. Okay, and you can add an image, and that is more flexible. You can also add a video. So all you have to do is find a video link, maybe a video that you edited, paste it on YouTube, and paste the link here. You can also paste it in your media files, but it's more advisable to fetch the video from YouTube. So let me fetch a video from YouTube and paste it here. So I have pasted the video link over here, and you can see the video is playing from YouTube. So this is how to add a video to your website in case you don't like the image feature. Okay, and you can adjust the settings, play on mobile, hide on mobile, play once. It's already on loop. Okay, it's on loop and it's going to play automatically. Okay, so you can always tweak your settings how you want them, and you can click on publish to save it. So this is a pretty lengthy video, but yeah, you get a point. This is how we do it. Okay, so this section is just trust icons, and they are icons, so you can just enter, edit any icon you want to put here. Let's say you have your Google logo, any logo, or your partner's logo, you can just edit it and put them in. And this one is called a counter. This is called a counter. So when you click on the add element section and search for counter, you can see it is here. You can drop it here, add another counter. Okay, you can see it counts. So that is it, a counter here. So you can just edit the numbers, edit to count from 0 to 100. Okay, this is how we use a counter. And the prefix, you can add either percentage, suffix, right? You can add percentage, you can add plus, plus, you can also add times. Okay, this is a counter, and the animations can also be worked on in the settings panel. Okay, so this is it, 2000 milliseconds. Okay, so that is how slow it is going to be. The lower the number, the faster it will be. Okay, And one thing about spacing is the closest element, the related element, the most related element should be closer. So as you can see the spacing here, this name and this paragraph text, it's a bit closer, and the bigger one has a bigger spacing, and the biggest element away from it also has a bigger spacing. You can see here. So when you are designing, you cannot do this. You cannot do this. This is totally flawed. It's a beginner thing. Okay, you cannot do this mistake. You have to make sure this is a sub or a title, and this is what you want users to see first. And this, they are not the same, so you have to make sure you give it adequate gap. Okay, adequate gap, so that users can know that, oh, we read this first, when we are done we come and read this, and users can know that the name and the testimonial, what the person is saying, correspond. Okay, the user will know that the name and what the person is saying correspond. So that one too, you have to make sure it is closer. So basically this is how we do with alignment when you are designing. And you can see the padding here, it is 100 at the top. So we don't do this. You cannot give it 0 padding, and these elements cannot touch, okay, because they are different in the spacing scale. Okay, it's a different section, so always make sure you give breathing room to your designs. Okay, that makes it look professional and trustworthy. Okay, that makes it professional and trustworthy. So you can see from this section we move on to this section, and definitely there's a big space, and the space below it is called the padding bottom. So if I change this to 1, you can see this section comes to kiss the top section, and I'm sure this section also has a padding at the top. Okay, 100. That is why it doesn't come all the way. It doesn't come all the way, but definitely have to make sure you align or use your spacing rule very, very well. If you want to give this section a background, we can always give it a background overlay. You can give it a color. Okay, so you can see we can give it a color. Reduce opacity as how we want it. And always make sure you always take your mobile mode and make sure you align or design for mobile. Okay, because most users are going to be on mobile. So as you are designing for your desktop, make sure you design for mobile. So you can see this is not looking so good on mobile, so you just go to the style and tweak the font size a little bit. Okay, yeah, you can always tweak the font size, so make sure you don't neglect this few things. You can see, although it's a pre-made template, it's not perfect. You can always go in and give it a font. Okay, so always do this as well when you are designing for desktop, design for mobile, and click on publish. That's what makes a professional web designer or developer. At this point, let's go back to our WordPress dashboard. Let's find our theme, go to appearance, and let's go to customize. Let's say we are still doing our web design, we are going through the pages, right? And we want to customize the header, right? A header and the footer. So this also, because of the theme we are using, we can always come here to the header builder and the footer builder. So let's click on the header builder. With Solace, you can choose pre-made templates or pre-made styles. You can see if you click, it's going to change. Okay, this is a beautiful header style with the nav menu style. You click, you can close it, and you can also choose something like this. You can go with this, how you want it. Okay, and let's go with this one, and you can click here to change your site logo, and you can also click here to customize your navigation menu. Okay, you can choose your active color. Active as in if I'm on the page. Okay, active and everything. You can do all your settings here in the header builder. You can change your font weight and everything. You can also go ahead and save your changes when you're done. Click on save, and this is our button here. You can always come here, input your link where you want the button to go to. You can change the font size. Your button, if you want to make it rounded, you can add more. This is border width, so you can border width should remain at 1. The radius, you can add more radius, right? So that obviously you can see it has changed. It is more rounded. Yeah, and you can add more margins and paddings. If you don't understand margins and paddings, it's very fundamental in web design. I'll leave my CSS crash course in the description. You really need to visit CSS crash course if you want to become a pro in web designing. So with padding, adjust your padding. You can see padding top adjusted perfectly, and margins as well, left to right. You can see it is very responsive. Okay, so let's go ahead and close this. We don't need to save it, and you can also click on publish to save it. It's jumped to the dashboard. I don't want it to come to the dashboard. We need to also talk about the footer builder. Okay, so this is the footer builder, and with the footer, let's go navigate to the footer. This is our logo. You can paste your logo. Okay, you can paste your logo. You have your 2 HTML elements, which is the length, about links and everything. You can also add another section for services, linking to your services. You can also add HTML4, and it was a CSS styling, HTML CSS to an email newsletter. You can remove it, okay, and add an element that you want. You can see you can add any element that you want. It's totally customizable. You can remove them if you don't like them, add what you want. You can also add copyright, change it. You see, yeah, you can always adjust everything, and click on publish if you want to save it. Okay, so let's close it after saving. And as well as the appearance panel, some may use CSS in writing or designing. Okay, you can paste your CSS here. Okay, you can paste additional CSS here, or your CSS here. So make sure you like and subscribe to this video. That is also another section we are going to talk about, how to design adding CSS so that your WordPress website doesn't look like a WordPress website. It looks like a professionally made Figma WordPress design kind of website. So make sure you subscribe. We are going to talk about how to input or embed CSS to style your website as well in the next video. I don't want this video to be too long, but we need to talk about animations, okay, because it's also something that most of you would like to do, to add animations to your website. But come on, don't go too crazy. So we are going to click edit with Elementor and enter the Elementor editing section. And when you click on the styles, you go to advanced, and in your advanced, when you scroll down, you're going to see motion. Okay, so motion, and you're going to see fade in, fade out, fade up, blah blah, all the good stuffs. Okay, and this is how fast you want it or how late you want it. So I'm going to set it to 400 milliseconds, and I'm going to click on publish. Okay, I'm going to click on publish. So you can see when we set your animations, your page will be animated, but as I said, don't go too crazy with it, just something subtle. So we are going to put this to fade in from the left, and I'm going to give it like 1 second. No, 1 second is too much. Okay, let's say half a second delay after the hero section pops up, and we're going to click on publish. So let's go ahead and preview our changes. Yeah, so that is it for you. You see it fades in, and the rest were there, but because we added animation, it fades in. Okay, so it's going to work when you are putting your website on a live preview. You can always tweak everything as how you want it. And if you want to build from scratch, I have a video on this, also link in the description. I don't want this video to be too long. As I said, make sure you like and subscribe.